Welcome to AI in 8 minutes or less, your daily AI update.
Wow, what a week in AI. It really felt like every single major company got the same memo, because this week, they all decided to completely change how we interact with their tools.
So, we've cut through all the noise for you, and we've boiled it down to the 3 big trends you absolutely need to know. First, we're going to talk about how AI is finally leaving the chat box. Then, we'll get into the serious power upgrades that are making it all possible. And finally, we'll do a rapid-fire round of all the other places AI is showing up.
Okay, let's get right into it with our first theme. AI is breaking out. It's no longer just something you talk to in a little window. It's becoming an active agent that can actually do things on your computer.
Yep, the biggest players, we're talking OpenAI, Anthropic, and Perplexity, all dropped updates that put AI right on your desktop. The goal here isn't just to answer your questions anymore, it's about giving AI real agency to handle complex, multi-step jobs for you.
What's really fascinating here is seeing how OpenAI and Anthropic are tackling this. They both upgraded their coding assistants, but they're coming at it from totally different angles. Think of OpenAI's Codex as a true digital co-pilot. It can see your screen, click around, and juggle tasks in the background. Anthropic, on the other hand, is building more of a self-contained super workshop, where coders can manage a bunch of different projects all at once inside the app.
And to really show you what this means, check this out. I told Codex to build a desktop version of Connect 4. In just about 13 minutes, it coded a fully working game. But here's the crazy part, the part that shows this new agent behavior. It didn't just write the code. It then launched the app and played a game against itself just to make sure the user experience was good. It's not just a programmer anymore, it's a QA tester too.
And Perplexity is right there in the mix with its new personal computer feature. Their big angle here, security. By bringing its agent to run directly on your own machine, it can work with your local files and apps without you having to worry about sending sensitive info up to the cloud. It's all about making this powerful AI feel safe and personal.
So, you might be wondering, what's making this huge shift possible all of a sudden? Well, it all comes down to what's under the hood. The AI models themselves are getting a massive power upgrade. The star of the show this week was definitely Anthropic's latest model, Claude 3.5 Sonnet. And this chart just says it all, right? This benchmark specifically tests how well an AI can act like an agent to solve coding problems. And look at that jump. It didn't just get a little better, it left its own previous version and even heavy hitters like GPT-4o in the dust. This is a huge deal.
So what does a fancy chart like that actually mean for you and me? Well, it means less frustration. It means you spend less time trying to find the magic words for the perfect prompt. These newer models are just better at figuring out what you actually want, so you get the right answer way faster.
And this innovation wasn't just happening at the big tech companies. The open source community was absolutely on fire this week. We saw models like MiniX M2.7 pop up and grab the top spot for coding, and Alibaba dropped Qwen 3.6, a model that's so efficient you might actually be able to run it on your own computer. The best-in-class stuff is getting more accessible by the day.
Okay, so we've got these super-powered agents running on our desktops. As you can imagine, the ripple effects are starting to show up everywhere. So let's do a quick-fire round of everything else you need to know from this week.
First up, Google. They're making AI a core part of the Chrome browser. You know when you finally craft that perfect prompt? Well, now you can save it as a skill, which is basically a one-click shortcut you can use on any website you're on. Super handy. And Google was on a roll. They also released a new text-to-speech model that's so realistic it can actually understand emotional tones like whispering or panicking. Their image generator now taps into your Google Photos and Calendar to make images that are truly personal. And finally, the Gemini desktop app is officially available for Windows users everywhere.
Over in the creative world, things are getting wild. Canva announced its new AI features, and it's pretty mind-bending. We're talking about feeding it a simple document, and it will generate an entire social media campaign for you. All the assets, all the copy, just from a prompt.
Yeah, it was a massive week for creative tools all around. DaVinci Resolve now lets video editors search for clips just by typing words that were spoken in them. Microsoft released a new image model that's way faster and cheaper. Midjourney got a 3x speed and cost boost. And OpenAI even rolled out a special AI just for scientists.
But maybe the most futuristic thing we saw this week came from Boston Dynamics. Seriously, get this. They showed a robot that walks up to a real-world whiteboard, reads a handwritten to-do list, and then just goes and does the chores. This is the bridge from the digital world to the physical one. And now for the weirdest, most sign of the times news of the week. You know the shoe company Allbirds? Well, they announced they're pivoting to become an AI company called Newbird AI. Their new goal? Buying GPUs. And their stock shot up 600%. You can't make this stuff up.
So, that's what you really need to know. From agents on your computer to robots reading your actual handwriting, AI is weaving itself deeper and deeper into our world. It's becoming less of a tool and more of a partner, which leaves us with a pretty big question. With all this new power, what's the very first task you're going to hand over?
If you enjoyed this, subscribe to AI in 8 minutes and never miss what matters.